Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be walking you through the steps of preparing a sandwich. Now this is a recipe that I use almost every day. It's very healthy and fairly inexpensive to make. Now before we get started, we're going to need a few things. The ingredients for this recipe include 1 avocado, 1 tomato, 2 slices of American cheese, turkey ham, a little bit of mayo, that's optional, spinach or lettuce depending on which one you like better, and some bread. I use whole wheat bread because I think it's healthier and I personally think it tastes better, so that's where we're going to be using today. Alright, so now that we have our ingredients, let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do right off the bat is take care of these vegetables. So I'm just going to slice the tomato into a couple pieces. Normally what I do is I cut the tomato into at least 6 slices because that's what fits best on the bread. Okay, so there's our tomatoes. Now we're going to do our avocado, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to deep hit it, which just means I'm going to take the seed out of the middle and just going to, cut it up so that it fits into the sandwich. Okay, so there's our avocado, and then normally what I do is I just do vertical slices across the avocado, and then I'll kind of like fish them out with a spoon and then put them inside the sandwich after I put the tomatoes in. We'll get into that later. Right. Okay, so that's all we have to do for the veggies portion. Okay, and so now that we're done with the veggies, we can get started with the actual sandwich. And what I like to do first is just get 2 slices of whole wheat bread in this case. Set them on the plates. Okay, then I'll just go ahead and put a little bit of mayo on one of the slices of bread. I guess it doesn't really matter which one, and obviously if you're against consuming too much saturated fat or whatever, or you're on some kind of diet that doesn't allow you to eat mayonnaise or whatever it might be, you don't have to put it on your sandwich. I think it adds some flavor, and I don't get the one that has like trans fats or anything, so it's the healthier option out of like all the other mayos. So out of all the mayos, mayo's generally not considered healthy, but out of all the mayos, I feel like the one that I get is fairly healthy. But I like to put it on my sandwich just because I think it adds some flavor, and yeah, that's basically the only reason I put it on. But after we've applied the mayo to one of the slices of bread, I'll then go ahead and add the slices of American cheese. For the bread that I get, it works best if I put 2. So that's what I do. I mean, if you're a cheese lover and you love eating cheese, I'm sure you can put more on your sandwich and it would be fine. But I like to keep it to 2 slices just because I feel like I don't want to overdo it with the cheese, So after we've done our cheese, we just want to grab some ham. I mean, I use turkey ham. Not everybody does. Like, other people might like different kinds of meats on their sandwich, but I personally like oven roast turkey ham, and I just pick it up at the grocery store. It's pretty inexpensive, and it's got a lot of protein, not too much fat, I don't think, and yeah, overall I think it's like decent meat to make a sandwich with. But yeah, for this meal, the turkey roasted or turkey breast ham is going to be the main source of protein. So obviously if you're like vegan or something, you might want to substitute it with like, I don't know, like vegan ham if they do that. I don't know. But yeah, that's our main source of protein. I think it adds up to maybe like 20 grams of protein just from the turkey ham in this meal, in this sandwich. So yeah, we add the ham to the sandwich after we've added the cheese. And now we're gonna go ahead and go back to our veggies. And we're just gonna go ahead and set those tomatoes right on top of the ham. Just like that. And like I said earlier, like I just like to do 6 slices of tomatoes because it's what fits best. I normally just put 1/2 of the avocado on the sandwich because both halves is usually too much unless it's like a really, really small avocado. But sometimes I won't even put like the full half because it'll end up being too much. But in this case, I think it might be just enough. So we just apply the avocado on top of the tomatoes, just like that. And that seems to be enough. That wasn't even like the full half of the avocado, but I love avocado. It tastes really good in my opinion, and I'll just like end up eating the rest of the avocado just because they're really healthy. They have a lot of omegas, and that's definitely something that you want to consume enough of if you're on a diet or just in general. You know, it's good for your like circulatory system. It's good for your brain and all that stuff. So avocado is a great food to have just in general, and I like to put it on my sandwich. But yeah, in this case, just as much as will fit on the sandwich. All right, so once we're done putting the avocado on the sandwich, we're gonna go ahead and add our spinach. And this part's fairly easy. We don't have to like chop anything up or anything. We just, you know, kind of like, well, I just kind of eyeball it. I see how much will fit. I see how much like would complete the sandwich, I guess you could say. I just put it on there, and then finally we put the piece of bread that we didn't put mayonnaise on. I mean, unless you put mayonnaise on both of your slices, which I never do. We put the slice of bread that we didn't use as our base on top, and voila, we have ourselves a sandwich. I'm not sure like what the technical name for it would be. I haven't come up with one, but just a pretty basic recipe for a sandwich. Like I said, I make this pretty often, almost like every day. I'll have one for dinner. It's just like a really tasty, inexpensive recipe, and it's also really healthy. So I make it quite frequently. But yeah, that's how you make the sandwich. And yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something from it. Yeah, thanks.